Awesome words. Now I request Mr. P.S. Raman, former Advocate General, Senior Advocate, to deliver his felicitation.
Dignitaries of the dais and dignitaries in front of me, my dear brothers and sisters of the bar. For those of you who were here a day before yesterday, you will all again remember I came to bat one down. Seems to be following me today as well. That day, my brother, Father Xavier Arulraj described the Chief Justice. Short of his horoscope, everything was done. Today, my Thambi Wilson has done something almost identical to my dear friend Justice K.V. Viswanathan, the cause celebre for this evening. Really don't have much to add on that. So I thought it's actually one of those corridor briefing days for me. I hadn't even thought of what I was going to say till I came to this hall. So I thought keeping it short would be very, very pleasing to everybody here. So that's what I will do. I just wanted to talk about two things. One is contextually in the point of Justice Viswanathan getting elevated to the Supreme Court. I thought I will make a passing reference to the contributions of the Madras Bar to the corridors of New Delhi. We have been forerunners for years. Bombay has always taken credit for doing the maximum. Rightly too, statistics speak for itself. Like how the number of times they won the Ranji Trophy, you can't wish it down. But Tamil Nadu in its own way, starting with the 50s when Viswanatha Shastri and Kesava Iyengar and others were there, going into the 70s where 75, my late father V.P. Raman, followed by K.K. Venugopal, adorned law officers post there. Then we had a spate of excellent things through Sri K. Parasaran and Sri Ramaswamy becoming the Attorney Generals of India. And finally, even the present Attorney General Venkat Ramani is from our Madras Bar. We've had in between other additional Solicitor Generals like present Venkat Raman and persons who have gone there and made a mark for themselves in Delhi like Mr. P. Chidambaram, Mr. Arima Sundaram and so on. They may not have assumed law officers but are still important people in the Delhi Supreme Court. One person who stands out is my dear friend Justice K.V. Viswanathan. And why does he stand out? He stands out because, of course, he's the son of our soil, Coimbatore, enrolled here, went there, made a mark. But what is very critical is, like our Chief Justice, Justice KVV is also a sportsman, sports enthusiast, follows, at least to my knowledge, cricket and tennis to a large extent. Cricket particularly so, because I know whenever critical matches are happening, whether we both are in court or not, we'll be exchanging WhatsApp on what's happening on the ground. Which of course I've already said day before yesterday what it means to be a sportsman when you become a judge. I don't have to repeat it here. What is most important about Justice KVV? For the youngsters present here, I'm saying, Mondays and Fridays are the gambling days in Supreme Court. SLP admission days. Everybody will be there. Cases will be called. 60, 80 cases per bench are going to be decided. And there's a rat race and there's everybody. There's enough and more pot of coffee and tea or whatever you want for everybody there. What is important in Supreme Court are Tuesdays, Wednesdays and Thursdays. They are the days when final hearings takes place. They are the days when really important reported judgments come out. And truly the last 30 years, 20 years, definitely since this millennium, Justice KVV was the king of final hearing. Why I am saying this to all of you is that it's easy to do admissions and miscellaneous matters. Final hearing requires preparation. Final hearing really requires a lot of preparation. You can't just go to the highest court of the land, reading the paper and just going there and doing it, because every word you say is being understood and interpreted by the courts, and you don't want to be the cause for laying down the wrong law. And in that, my friend has been a master, and I think it is in recognition of that quality of his that he got the correct nod to adorn the Supreme Court by the Chief Justice. In fact, his few predecessors who also got the nod like that were all similar people. You take U. Lalit, you take Justice Kuldeep Singh. All of them were people who were very meticulous in their preparations for final hearings, and that is where you make the mark of the court. I don't want to say anything more other than to wish Justice K.V. Viswanathan a very, very successful tenure as a judge of the Supreme Court, and ceteris paribus, become the third Tamilian to adorn the first court there. And with this integrity and intelligence, the two eyes, in fact, the only message I sent to him was that when he got elevated, intelligence and integrity, everything else will follow. Thank you all. God bless you and all the best.
Thank you, Senior. It was really interesting to hear about Justice KVV, and it was really motivating for the youngsters who are all present here. I hope that they will follow the footsteps of Justice